Hello, everyone. Welcome to another deep and soulful sip conversation. As usual, I would like to invite you to grab one of your favorite drinks, tea or coffee, or even a glass of water, and join me for a cozy and comfortable conversation about the quality of life and how we can increase the quality of lives by simple things, by simplifying our lives. Well, the concept is quite controversial, as always. When we talk about the quality of life, usually the first thing that comes to mind is really adding more to it, having more wealth, having more means so that we can have freedom and flexibility to add more things into our lives. But what if there's a different way? What if we can also increase the quality of our lives by not adding more, but by eliminating more from our lives and aligning ourselves more with our heart's desires? Quality, let's start from there. Quality actually comes from the root qualis, and qualis means of such kind, and it signals the innate nature of something. If we think about quality this way, there's actually so much correlation between quality of something and its innate nature, its authentic nature, its integral nature. If we can see quality this way, the more that we can connect to our own inner selves, the more that we can understand ourselves, the more we can be aligned internally with the qualities that reside within us. And from that inner grounding, we can extend that inner quality, authenticity out to the world. This is a different approach for quality. Instead of really defining what quality means according to how it's defined by society, how it's defined by the external values, we are flipping the script and we are trying to get the answer from our inner depths. What does quality mean to me? If quality means inner nature, alignment with inner nature, what do I value? Maybe the answer is not fancy clothes. Maybe the answer is not really big parties. Maybe the answer is having a simple cup of tea. Maybe the answer is having enough flexibility to be able to watch sunrise and sunset. Maybe the simple answer is having the flexibility of having a meaningful, deep conversation with your loved ones every day. The answers might be different because we are different. But that is the beauty of life, too. We can be authors of our own lives. We can be authentic. We can search for the answers inside. And from those inner answers, we can create lives externally, aligned with our inner quality, inner nature. But unfortunately, what we see mostly in the world is totally the opposite. Because we are so much influenced by each other, influenced by society. And I would admit I was in that realm too. It took me quite some time to really strip away quite a lot of things from my life and finally connect to my inner wisdom, inner authenticity more. And I can also admit that it's an evolving journey. And I think it's a lifelong journey too. The more that I understand myself, the more that I discover who I am at this particular stage in my life, or who I would like to be more at this particular stage in my life, because it's a journey. It's a dynamic process that I am discovering more about who I am, how I'm showing up in the world right now, and who I would like to be. the more I am aligning my life, my lifestyle with that inner quality as well. But this requires a different kind of approach. Instead of really creating a life based on the external definition of quality of life, I am prioritizing what quality means personally for me first, and then hopefully trying to ask the right questions around my work, around my relationships, around my health to make sure that I am aligning those dimensions of my life with that inner essence, inner authenticity. So instead of really trying to fit myself into the external definitions of quality of life, I am stepping back and asking those questions internally. What does quality mean for me? What makes me happy? What makes me feel aligned? And from that point, I can restructure my life in a way to make myself more healthy, in a way to get into the right relationships supporting that essence, in a way to get into the right work, right lifestyle that will enable me to hold that inner quality and essence more. But once again, this requires changing the script. Like we assumed it to be the case, money is not bringing happiness all the time. We need to find that happiness in us first. You might know this, but there are actually quite a lot of psychology studies that looks into money and its correlation with happiness. And it's a fact that as human beings, there's a Maslow hierarchy. Of course, we need to have some of our basic needs. We need to eat, we need to feel safe, we need to have some sort of social context that really gives us some belonging and meaning. And we need money for that in today's world, in the world that we operate. So we're not negating the importance of money in that regard. But after certain levels of money, and I think the numbers are changing based on the years, but the recent studies from 2021 was showing that after 100K in United States numbers, for example, if you were unhappy because of the money after that range of 100K, money doesn't really bring more happiness to you because you cover some of your basic needs, like you can feed yourself, you can have a roof on your head, you can have some social interactions, and after that point the quality of life represents different things. It's a more innate quality at that level that really asks you to go deep and to ask this question internally first. What is your inner nature? What is the inner nature's need at this particular stage? And are you aligned with that? And surprisingly, the more we ask these questions, the more we have clarity because we know ourselves better. And the more that we know ourselves better, the more we can own ourselves, take actions to be more of that in life. And then that can bring external quality and simplicity. Because the more that we know, the more we know what belongs to our lives. And then we get away from the things that doesn't belong to our lives so that we can open more space for the right things. Inner quality leads to outer simplicity. This is what I have been going through in my own life over the last few years too. Yes, it's a complex process. Being simple is not easy because being simple requires a complex process where you have to go through a chaos, where you have to go through some turbulent times, some uncertainty to really experiment, fail, and in the end, find clarity inside you. So you know what makes you happy, what adds more value into your life, what is aligned with your inner nature, your inner quality. And if we can see quality this way, instead of really an external reflection, and inner alignment, then the answer could be a lot simpler. As human beings, all of us require actually three things. At the first self-individual level, how healthy we are. From a body point of view, from a mind perspective, from a soul perspective. The second is our social relationships. How deeply can we love? How deeply and intimately we can connect with other human beings. Love and be loved. And the third point is how uniquely can we serve the collective whole by being our authentic selves, by being our beautiful selves, bringing our unique value back to the world in a way that is uniquely and beautifully us. Very simple. Individual health, social connections, and collective service. And everything comes from the inner quality. If we can find what inner quality means for us, then it's easier to be healthy, to take care of our bodies, because we honor that inner quality in us first. Then we get into the right relationships that can see us, that can meet us at the depths that we want to be met. And the third point is we are bold, brave, and clear enough to see how we can uniquely add value to the world while we are alive, while we are bringing our gifts and honoring this gift of life. Yeah. Quality is a beautiful concept to contemplate more. And it could be simple if we can turn the mirror inside and see first what resides there and be brave enough to bring more of it externally to our lives. And hopefully, this brings us more happiness, more joy, because of the inner quality that we first feel inside. It's easier to attract more of it externally. So, quality doesn't always need to be complex, doesn't always need to come with adding more into our lives. It could also mean opening up more space, more acceptance, and more love for what is already in us. I think that is all that I would like to share from my heart today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. I hope this inspires you to think about what quality means for you and open up more space of it internally first so you can see more manifestations of that externally in your lives. Till next time, stay beautiful, everyone. Bye.